I was born in 1982 to a loving mother and father on Staten Island, New York. I grew up as a military brat, and my parents, myself, and siblings were tight as can be. I felt like we could conquer the world. My dad retired and landed in Michigan, where my extended family resided. I had my heart set on joining the military and becoming a flight nurse. I graduated high school in 2000 and took 1 year off before starting my education. 9/11 occurred, and my future in the military looked a little different than I envisioned, so I decided to go to college and getting my nursing degree. While in school, I met my future husband, Derek. As I was navigating myself through nursing school, he was my number one supporter. He even worked overtime so we could pay for schooling without getting any loans, which was awesome. I graduated, and 2 months later, we got married. I was able to land a job at Sparrow Hospital as a post-surgical nurse and have been there since. My coworkers have now become my work family, and I'm not sure what I would do without them. I have been a nurse for 16 years now, and I cannot see myself doing anything else. I love taking care of people. I have always led a carefree life and have been on many adventures. After Derek and I lost our daughter, Sarah, we were told that we were unable to have a healthy baby, so it'd be a good idea to stop trying to get pregnant. After that, Derek and I vowed to take life head on and experience what is in front of us and try new things. I started riding motorcycles 10 years ago and have been in love with them ever since. Derek, on the other hand, has been on two wheels since he's been 5. Our relationship grew even stronger after we had a built-in riding partner. We have made many trips throughout the years and even crossed the Mackinac Bridge. After all of these years riding, with not even a close call, things changed on the morning of May 14th, 2022. Derek and I decided to go out to breakfast, and we picked up a few buddies to go with us. We were turning into the gas station to gas up before our trip, and I was struck by a Ford F-150 going through an intersection at 47 miles an hour. Our world changed that very instant. Fortunately for me, I do not remember the accident. On the other hand, my husband and 2 friends did and witnessed the whole thing. After the EMS team stabilized me to the best of their abilities, I was rushed to the very hospital I was employed by. There was a sweet nurse that was on her way to work and stopped to see if she could help. The cops would not let Derek get back on his bike to drive to the hospital, which is understandable, so she offered him a ride. Derek knew it was traumatic and that I would be lucky to survive. Overall, my injuries included a traumatic brain injury from a frontal lobe bleed, even with a helmet on, facial fractures and lacerations, 4 broken ribs, one of them puncturing my lung, causing a hemopneumothorax, a lacerated liver, fractured L5 in my lower back, and an open tib-fib fracture to my leg, and multiple spots on my body with road rash. I was in pretty bad shape. I went into the emergent surgery to have them repair my leg. I survived surgery and spent the next few days in the ICU. I spent a total of 1 month in the hospital. Because of my brain injury and my body just protecting me, I do not remember anything from that hospital stay. It's wild to know that you were interacting with family and friends and don't remember anything. I was very lucky to be at my second home and have my coworkers take care of me while I was recovering. I also had multiple family members come up to the hospital and stay with me. My brother and his family flew up from Florida as well. Derek didn't leave my side and was able to spend the night with me in the hospital. The hours he had to leave for work, my sister, brother, mom, and dad were there. It was a long road to recovery and a long road for everyone that was by my side, helping me get back on my feet. I am forever grateful. After a long month in the hospital, I was released and went home. I started home PT so I could slowly learn to walk again. After a few months of that, my origami journey started. I knew origami was a good place for speech and OT from working at Sparrow, but I don't think I quite realized how great they were. I requested a referral and I started as soon as I got the okay from all of my doctors. I was in rough shape as far as memory, neurofatigue, and overall weakness. I was assigned to work with a speech therapist to help me navigate and recover from my brain injury. That's when I met Lindsay. What an angel. She was so soft-spoken and explained what was going to happen during therapy and what to expect. I felt so comfortable, and I was positive that she was going to help me with my memory and deficits. I was meeting with her twice a week, and I looked forward to our 1-hour sessions. It was hard, don't get me wrong. Many days my speech appointment was the only thing I was able to do. I pushed through with a positive attitude, and it got easier as the time went on. She was able to test me objectively so we could compare my progress as it went along. I also wanted to mention one of her interns that worked with Lindsay at Origami. Her name was Carissa. She also made a huge impact on me and my recovery. I owe everything to these two women. I feel like I would not be where I am without their help. Speech therapists have a special job, and help many different people with their brain injuries. I was lucky enough to get the results that I did, and I'm now moving forward with my recovery. Special thanks to my OT, Stephanie, and my clinical counselor, Mika. These ladies also helped me regain my strength and lent a listening ear when I needed it the most. I am thankful for my dad that became my driving Miss Daisy. He drove me to multiple appointments when I was unable to drive. He also helped me get around the house and took care of me when I needed it the most. My sister worked from home at my house and helped me bathe and looked after me while Derek was working. Our condo complex also started a meal train, so we didn't have to stress about food, which was super helpful. That lasted about 2 months. We also had lots of family and friends bring over meals and stayed for short visits. It's crazy to look back at my recovery and fully grasp what I have been through. It's amazing the amount of time and people go into recovering one person. I must have been worth it. I truly believe that I have learned from my recovery and will apply it to my career as a nurse. I am forever grateful to everyone that has helped me along the way, especially my guardian angel, Sarah Marie. Thank you. On behalf of tonight's speakers and planning committee, I want to thank you for joining us in an event of reflections. We put a lot of time, effort, and thought into this event and feel very fortunate to have shared our personal journeys with you. We hope that tonight's event has provided a deeper insight into the diverse consequences of neurological injuries. The presence of a supportive group exemplified by those here tonight truly mattered during a journey towards healing. We sincerely appreciate your gracious attendance this evening. Wishing you all a pleasant night ahead.